So meeting me down on the floor for our beginning class. My name is Miriam from the YMCA, here with another Pilates class for you for 30 minutes. We'll start with the basics. So as always, take it easy and go to your own level. I'll offer options all the way through. And today's class is actually going to be pretty much following Joseph Pilates' classical series of exercises. We won't attempt to do all 34 of them, but we'll see how many we can get done in the 30 minutes. We start supine, that means lying on our back with our knees level with hips. We'll just go through some very basics to begin with and then move on. So we always begin with thinking about the balloon that is our belly. Taking a breath in, expanding the balloon, and then breathing out and deflating the balloon. Let's try again. I've got my hand on my belly so that I can feel it rising and falling. You might like to do the same thing. Taking a breath in, expanding the chest and the belly, and then breathing out and really collapsing those belly muscles down to deflate the balloon. Good. Joseph Pilates' classical classes always start with an exercise called 100. You can do this with your legs in a few different positions. You can keep your feet on the floor, or you can lift into tabletop, or you can even stretch your legs out to 45, or maybe take them down lower. Your toes shouldn't be lower than your eye gaze level though. Let's start here. And the other aim is to keep the movement steady. We should be using our belly muscles to lift our shoulders towards our thighs and keep ourselves steady. So the idea here is to pump the arms up and down, reaching forward at all times. The aim being to work the belly muscles, wake them up, breathing in for 5 pumps and breathing out for 5 pumps. Now, if you're struggling to keep your hold on your position with your legs in the air, then bring the feet to the floor by all means. The head should be as steady as possible and just keep going. The idea is to do 100 pumps, so 5 breaths in, 5 breaths out. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, I've forgotten to keep count of however many I've done. This is a common problem that I have. So we'll just keep going until I'm pretty sure that we've done enough. Now I'm moving fairly slowly here so that I can keep full control over my belly muscles and keep my head nice and still. So moving on, just a few more. And then we'll go straight into a further breathing exercise, which is our single straight leg stretch. You can do this with your head on the floor if you need to. Opposite hand to knee, same hand to same ankle. Other leg lifted off the floor. Breathing in, we stretch and cross legs over. Breathing out, we pull knee to chest. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Ideally, we lift our chest towards our thighs. Breathing out, and we do a double pull as we come in, so that it's a really active exercise. Breathing out, out, breathe in, breathe out, out, breathe in, breathe out, out, breathe in, breathe out, out, breathe in. We'll just do 2 more and then move to our double leg stretch. Good. Breathe both knees to chest. Again, you can do this lying down. Again, using the belly muscles to keep the shoulders lifted. If your neck is feeling too much strain, you're better to keep your head on the floor, but the ideal will be to lift your shoulders towards your thighs using your belly muscles to do so. Breathing out, breathing in, we stretch long. Breathing out, we circle arms round and hold. Breathing in, lie back and stretch out. Breathing out, we close together. The aim here, as you stretch your legs long, press your belly down low to keep your lower back towards the floor. Compress in again. Stretch long and come together. Squeeze the sit bones together as you stretch long, which also helps control the legs, which are long levers at the moment, and will drag your lower back off the floor, which is not good. Let's do 2 more and then move on to our single leg circles. Good. One foot on the floor, the other leg up in the air, as straight as you can manage it. A micro bend in the knee is absolutely fine. Bring it across to the opposite shoulder. Hands are on the floor. Breathe out and then breathe in as you circle around. Breathe out back to the opposite shoulder. Breathing in to start the movement, breathing out as you come back. We'll just do a few each way. And now going the opposite direction. Breathing in as you start, breathing out to come back. Breathing in, breathing out. Trying to keep the hips as steady as possible on the floor, which means, as usual, pressing the belly down through the spine to the floor. And close. Feet down, other leg lifts, bring it across and go across the body first. Breathe out as you come back. Breathing in to start, breathing out to close. Breathing in, breathing out. Belly is firm. Last one, and then we'll go the other way. Small circles are fine. If that works better for you, keeping your torso steady on the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. And close. And close. Last one. Circle round. Good. Single straight leg stretch. Let's take the other leg up. The aim here, it's like doing scissors. So you might need to bend your knees. If you're fairly new to Pilates, you might like to do it more like a toe tap, bending your knees. Otherwise, the ideal is to lift your chest towards your thighs. Straight leg as straight as you can get it. Breathing in as they switch in the air. Breathe out as you pull your knee towards your nose. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Here we go. Keep going. And again, normally it would be a double pull, excuse me, a double pull of your leg towards your nose, keeping your chest lifted. If you need to, drop your head, but be sure to keep your belly really firm, to keep your lower back close to the floor. One more each side, and close, and knees to chest. Take a tiny little break. Good. We're going to come up to our rolling down and coming up. So hands behind thighs, sit yourself up. Many variations available here. If you're just starting out in Pilates, you may like to have your hands behind your thighs and keep them there, keeping your feet on the floor and your knees bent. Sit up tall, squeeze sit bones together, compress your belly into your spine so that you C-curve your lower back. Roll yourself back onto your tailbone and keep going until you start to feel like you're losing control, like that, with your feet coming off the floor. Then stop there and sit yourself up. If you're more advanced, you've been practicing these for a while, legs are straight out in front of you, feet are flexed with your toes towards your face. You can have your arms up here, or you can have them down on your thighs, that's okay. Normally we would sit up like so. And that's another option here. Your knees can be bent and your hands can be beside them. Let's try the full roll down. Sitting up tall, first roll yourself back by deflating your belly balloon, roll all the way down, arms come back overhead. Take a breath in, reach your arms up, tuck your chin, keeping your legs pressed down towards the floor, roll up, breathe out as you reach forward. Breathe in to sit up, back we go, rolling back. Notice the roll of the spine, controlled by the belly muscles. Breathe in as you lift your arms towards the ceiling or maybe lower towards your legs. Legs stay pressed towards the floor, reaching forward. All the way forward as far as you can. Sit up tall, rolling back one more time. Coming back, leaning back, breathing in, reaching up, and forward. Remembering your options. Let's do just one more and I'll show you this option again. Roll back just as far as you can, and gradually as you get stronger you can come back further without your legs coming up off the floor. So sitting back, rolling yourself back, that's it, and then coming up and sitting up again. Very good. Some work for our oblique muscles here, so we'll do our crisscross. We lie back again. You can do these in many variations again. You can support your head with one arm while you reach across, or fingertips to temples in the classical manner. Your feet can stay on the floor. We lift our chest, roll ourselves over, come back to centre and come down. Option, knees in tabletop. Take a breath in, breathe out as you lift, keep breathing out as you turn, breathe in as you come back, lie back down. Breathe in, breathe out, twist, come back and lie back. If you like, I guess you could stay up, breathing out as you turn, breathe in back to centre, breathe out going the other way. Trying to twist through the upper body, taking ribs towards opposite hips rather than elbow across to knee. That just opens up your shoulders, doesn't do much for your obliques. Here we go, breathing in, breathing out to lift, breathing out to turn, breathing in, breathing out. Now we can operate our legs as well, stretching the legs long, coming back, or maybe toe tap to the floor. That's a fine option. Breathing in, breathing out, either stretching our legs out or toe tapping down. Breathe out as you twist. Breathe in at the centre. Exhale, inhale. Let's do 2 more each side. Twist. Good job, knees to chest. Little break. Good. So we've done our rolling up and down. We'll do our spine stretch forward. Feet are a little bit apart, sitting as upright as we can manage. Toes pulled back towards us, feet flexed. Beginners might like to have their fingers on the floor between their knees, and they'll simply push up and over. Those with lower back issues, best to hinge at the hip rather than bending your back quite so much, I beg your pardon. So coming on up, sitting upright, pull the belly in so the spine curls back, pushing down through the hands to feel as if like an energy wave from the tailbone up and over the top of the head. If you prefer, you can slide your hands forward on your legs, or you can even lift your arms and reach forward. Sitting up tall, taking a breath in, squeeze the sit bones together, compress the belly, push the belly back so that the spine creates a C curve, and then keep going, bringing your arms, head between your arms as you reach forward. Sitting up tall, breathing in. Let's try again. Inhale, exhale, push the back as if you're pushing someone away from you with your back and reaching forward. Breathing in to sit up tall again. Breathing out. Push the spine back and then reach forward. And sitting up. Let's do just one more. So it's the same exercise really as rolling back like we did just before, rolling back and up, because we're pulling our belly back, pressing our back away, and then reaching forward. Sitting up tall. Very good. Spine twist means, again, sitting up tall, squeezing our sit bones together and making sure that our legs are pressed down to the floor with our feet flexed, just like that, pulling our toes back towards us. We can do this with hands on shoulders, or we can have our arms wide. I might bang into this on one side, so I might do it with my hands on my shoulders. I'm going to sit up tall and then bring my elbow to my knee. If I'm like this, I'll be bringing my arm across, reaching for my little toe with my little finger. So pinky toe to pinky finger to pinky toe. Otherwise, I'm like this. So sitting up, tall, squeezing sit bones, bracing the belly. We curl the spine, so we're pushing the spine back and then we're twisting at the same time. The more strength we have in our abdominal muscles, the easier it will be to control the movement as we really twist and reach forward. If you have lower back issues, please take this very easy and just make simple, smaller movements, or maybe even repeat doing spine stretch forward without the twist. Here we go, sitting up tall, big inhale, and then exhale, pull the belly in, and twist over. Sit up tall again, and I'll demonstrate this way. Sitting up tall, breathing out as we reach, reach, reach. Sit up and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and exhale again. Out, out, out. So if you have your hands on your shoulders, it looks more like this. Breathe in and come across, pulling the belly in, and breathe out again. Curling the back away and twisting as we go. Good job. Let's lie on our side and we'll do some side body work. Come into a side hover, elbow under shoulder. We'll have our bottom knee bent and our foot back behind us. Maybe come towards the front of your mat if you need a little bit more space. What we're going to do is stretch our top leg long and our arm up overhead. I beg your pardon, yes, we'll do our side bend first then. So we're coming on up, we're going to lift our hips up, and from here you can stay with your hip fairly close to the floor and your other leg on the floor, and we're just going to bend over towards the side, stretching out the upper body and closing the lower part of the body. Ease yourself down, making sure that your elbow is well and truly under your shoulder so that you can really get full control over what your body is doing and support your shoulder. So once again, lifting up and stretching over. Really working to push the side body up so that the side body facing the floor is pushing up and stretching out the top part of your body. Let's go one more. Take a breath in and then breathe out as you come all the way over. And ease yourself down. Good. From here, we'll do our side kick in this position. So we can lift, stay on our hip and be in a side hover, or you may prefer to lie down with your head resting on your hand. Bottom is pushed towards the back of your mat and your legs are forward. So if you're lying down in this position, this is where you start. We kick forward, pointing the toe, and kick back, pushing the heel back behind. So another option is to come up into a hover position, so that again we're lifting ourselves up. Weight is onto our arm here, and we're either on our hip or maybe lifting up, so that our bottom is pushed forward and we're in a side hover position with the bottom knee bent. Kicking forward and back. So here we need to have more control by bracing our belly and using our glute muscles to pull our leg back. Our belly muscles pull our leg forward. That's why we breathe out as we come forward, breathe in as we go back. Now this is pretty hard work on your shoulder, so by all means come down and lie down. It's the same kind of movement, except stretch both legs straight forward towards the front of the mat. Push down with this hand, that makes this side body work a bit harder. Breathe out as you come forward, breathe in as you kick back. Breathe out and breathe in. So because we've shown a few examples here, that means we've been doing this exercise a little while. We'll probably finish there and switch over to the other side and do our side bends and side kicks on the other side. Good job. Let's lift up and swing over into our side bend position. Again, side hover, elbow under shoulder. Push the bottom forward a little bit. Lift up, lift the hip up. That's it. Top leg is long. Stretch up. Exhale and come all the way over. Really lifting with that side body, pushing that side waist up, pushing this side waist up towards the ceiling. And lower down. Relax. We'll do a few more. Take a breath in, reach up, and then breathe out, coming all the way over. Breathing in and settle yourself back down. Good job. How are you feeling? Lifting up, opening over, and coming up. Couple more. Lift up. Big breath in. Breathe out. And stretch. Down. And last one. Really using those glute muscles to push yourself up and using your waist muscles to lift you up and over. Nice work. And now our side kick options. Again, maybe prefer to be on your side with your legs straight, bottom towards the back of the mat, legs towards the front. You may prefer to be here, pressing forward and back. And if you're relatively new to Pilates, then this is really where you need to be. Pointing the toe forward, pushing the heel back. Breathing out and breathing in. Breathing out and breathing in. Keeping the hips stacked, preventing yourself from rolling backwards and forwards. It's not what we want. We want to stay steady and stable. If you'd like a little more and your shoulders up for the challenge, bend the bottom knee, come up to your side hover position, hand on hip, pushing the hips forward by squeezing the glutes, and do it there. Breathing out as you come forward, breathing in as you kick back. Same deal. Stopping the hips from going forwards and back, keeping steady. That's it. So this is much harder work for your core, so if you're looking for more challenge, this is where you need to be. Otherwise, less challenge, lying down with your legs straight, a little bit angled forward, just like we did at the beginning. Just a few more. And back. That's it. And down. Good job. Well done. Let's come on and work our back now. I'll turn around because I need to have a little bit more space. So come on over onto your tummies here. And we'll start with some back work. So we've bent our spines, flexed them into a C curve, and now we'll make the C curve go the other way. We need to lift our bellies to make sure that our lower back is supported. So still squeezing the sit bones together and still deflating the belly balloon. You'll feel your pubic bone and ribs press more firmly into the floor so that you know that your lower back is being supported. Squeezing the glutes as well. So we'll start with some aeroplane type moves and then some flutter kicks and go on to our swimmer. And also to a hover with a leg lift. So let's begin. Cactus arms, elbows level with your shoulders and bent. So your fingers are facing forward and your elbows are facing out to the sides. Look straight down at your mat and keep looking straight down at your mat, okay? Belly is braced and glutes are also braced. We're going to lift our elbows and squeeze our shoulder blades together as we lift our chest at the same time. Taking a breath in first, then exhale, deflate your belly balloon, squeeze your shoulder blades and lift your chest up as you breathe out. Breathe in, lower down. Keep your head looking straight down at the mat so that you resist the urge to use your neck to lift your head up. Your head should stay in line with spine. Breathing out, feet stay on the floor for the moment. Breathing in as you come down. Breathing out, lift up again, lifting the chest, squeezing the belly, squeezing the glutes, and coming back down. How are you feeling? Let's do one more. Lifting up and lowering down. Good. Let's work from the other end. If you like, you could rest your head in your hands, or you may even like to try a little bit more challenge by bringing your elbows more or less under your shoulders. We're going to do flutter kicks here. Now we often do flutter kicks with our head on our hands, so we can try a more advanced option tonight if you wish. Lifting your leg off the floor, lifting the thigh off the floor, so the knees are not bending, the whole thigh is coming up off the floor. So breathing evenly here. You can lift one leg at a time, or you could go for a flutter kick, just as if we have a kickboard and we're going up and down the pool. Here the main work should be felt in your glute muscles, and your lower back will be working, but it shouldn't hurt. So keep your head facing down as you work your legs, either one at a time like this, or in a kind of swimmer fashion like so. So now here we're going to add on by lifting our chest at the same time. So taking a breath in, breathe out, lift the arms and flutter the legs. And then our swimmer option basically means we have our arms extended. We're lifting one arm and the opposite leg and lower, arm and leg. So then we're working to flutter kick our arms and legs, opposite movement. That's it. So breathing out and breathing in evenly into our swimmer. So this is working all the muscles of the back, right up and down the posterior chain. Belly is braced, glutes are working, and we'll just do a couple more and finish there. Good job. Last couple of exercises. We'll come into a hover position. Elbows under shoulders, and here we will do an option here. Now, up onto our knees, lifting the belly to keep your lower back protected and your bottom lifted up off the floor. We don't want to stick it up too high, it's just level with our shoulders pretty much. If you want more advanced option, you come up onto your toes and hold your hover here. Let's start with our knees and I'll demonstrate the exercise. So belly is braced. We're going to use our glute muscles that we've just warmed up with our swimmer position, and we're going to kick our leg up and hold and then lower back down. Breathe in, breathe out, kick the leg back. So when I say that, I mean push your heel back so that we're not trying to lift our leg terribly high. We're trying to push the heel away to activate the glute muscles. Breathe in as you come down, breathe out as you stretch long. Belly remains braced, kicking back and lower, kicking back and lower again. If you'd like a more advanced option, lift onto your toes. Again, the bottom is slightly lifted because the belly is braced. Take a breath in and lift, pushing your heel away behind you. And lower down. Breathe in, ready for the next one. Notice I'm looking straight down at my knuckles so that my head is not being dragged up and down. Breathe in, breathe out, kick back. Breathe in, lower the foot. Breathe out, lift the other leg, pushing it away behind us. Let's do one more each side, then we'll do our last exercise. And lower, and one more, lift and lower. Very good. Good. Come back and just have a short stretch, and we'll finish with our last exercise, which is Joe Pilates push-up. Joe Pilates push-up is not just an ordinary old push-up. We do start in a plank position with our hands under shoulders and up onto our toes, or you can stay on your knees. Again, the belly is firmly braced, bottom is firmly braced. Elbows are pointing slightly forward. It's like a tricep push-up. We're going to lower, straight down, breathe out as we open up and straighten up. Tuck your toes, lift yourself up, push your bottom back to, if you're a yoga person, then three-legged down-facing dog, otherwise known as pyramid in Pilates. Walk hands towards feet, and my head's going to disappear when I stand up. I'm going to roll up using my belly to lift me up. Reach up, roll over, pulling this belly into the spine, roll over as if you're rolling over a barbed wire fence. Walk your feet out to downward dog position again. Roll and then ease yourself down, come forward to a plank, or drop to your knees, elbows bend, breathe out to your push-up, tuck your toes, push back, walk hands to feet, roll up, arms come up, belly rolls over, feet down, walk yourself out to your plank, or drop to your hover, one or the other. Ease yourself down, breathing in, breathe out, push up again, and push back. And here we'll finish. Knees down, come back to child's pose and relax. If you'd like to take a challenge for yourself and do a few more of those push-up cycles, you're very welcome to do so. Otherwise, we will finish there. Give yourself a shoulder roll, give your arms a shake, and we'll finish up there. See you again next time. Bye for now.